Working into our lovely little hips, we're going to start off with taking a wider stance, okay? So we want to take a wider stance with our legs, okay? And I always like to lift my body over to one side and take my hand and take the flesh of my bum on one side, lift it up, and as I sit back down, then loosen it back down onto the chair, okay? And do the same on the other side. We lift it all the way up and settle ourselves back down. And the reason for that is there's a lot of muscles and flesh all in our pelvic area. And when our hips are tight, if we're just going to plonk ourselves down and sit down, we're just going to have more compression and tightness going on. So by loosening up the flesh around us, it'll create more space for the fluid to run around our hips to start nourishing and lubricating our hips, okay? So these are the window wipers. So we're just going to go one knee down, one knee goes over, and then the opposite. One knee goes down, the other knee goes over. So it's good to be sitting forward on your chair without falling off your chair now. We don't want any Humpty Dumpties. So just be scooted a little bit off. And just take a side to side motion. Okay. And as we're going to the left, maybe look over the right shoulder. And as we're scooting to the right, take a look over our left shoulder. Scooting the legs all the way over towards the left and look over the right shoulder. So we're just in a little sliding motion here. We're literally sliding to the right, looking over to the left. And sliding to the left, look over to the right. And last little round. Going, looking over to the left and looking over to the right. And back to center. Taking the legs back in, making sure they're nice and sturdy on the ground. We're going to take our left arm and bring our left arm all the way out. And taking it across our body, taking the back of the palm and pulling that towards us nice and gently. And if you want to take your arms and just rest your arm down, you don't have to have it straight all the way out. It's just whatever preference you prefer. This just gives a lovely stretch in your scapular muscles. And do you have any tight shoulders? This is a nice one. Just to start stretching and opening up all our muscles. And maybe look over our left shoulder as we do this. Take a nice inhale here. And exhale. Another inhale. And exhale. And on the next inhale, looking back towards the front of the room and take that shoulder back and down. Taking the right hand, bringing the right hand all the way out. Bringing it across our bodies and taking a hold of the left hand, just nice and gently bring that towards your body. If you want, you can bring, if you have anything going on with the shoulders or elbows, you can bring your hand at bending the hands and just rest your hand on your shoulder or down your back, whichever you prefer. Lengthening all the way up through our crown. Take a nice inhale. And as we exhale, we can look over our right shoulder. We're going to stay here for 2 breaths. Take a nice inhale, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown. Taking a look over your shoulders, seeing what you can see. And inhale, coming all the way back, taking the arm all the way out. And relaxing that arm down. Now let's move in towards our spine. We're going to do cat-cow. And I've done this every week so far because it's one of my staple pieces. I think moving the spine is really important. So with this one, we want to basically, I'm going to sit sideways so you can see me again. We're going to inhale, we're going to lengthen up nice and tall. And as we exhale, we're going to round our back, lifting our shoulders up and bringing our belly button all the way to the back of the room and tucking our chin in towards our heart center. Inhaling, lengthen all the way up. As we lengthen all the way up, we can bring our belly buttons to the front of the room and bringing our shoulders back, looking up towards the ceiling if that's good for you today. And exhale, rounding our back, nice and gently. This is giving us our spine a little bit of flexion and extension on our spine. Inhaling, coming all the way up to cow position, bringing the shoulders back, chin up, looking up towards the ceiling if that's okay for you to do so. And exhale, rounding our back, bringing our hands down towards our knees. And just go nice and gently, feel into your body as you do this. As I said, check out what the weather pattern is like in your body. Coming forward again for cow position. And just going forward into cow and then back into cat. Just to loosen up your spine, doing it in your own time. Inhaling forward, lifting the chin and the heart, and exhaling, rounding the back, tucking the chin. And inhale, coming up and back to neutral position, where the spine is nice and long and elongated again. Now, this one is, it might feel awkward at the very beginning if you've never done this before. I call it stir the pot. So you can imagine you have a big witch's cauldron and it's a big pot and we want to stir it. So you can imagine the pot is going around. But what we're doing it with our spine. So that might sound a bit strange. So if you watch me for a second, I'm going to take a nice wide leg, okay? Lifting the flesh of the bone out again with a nice wide leg. And I'm just going to demonstrate it because it always feels awkward at the beginning. Everyone always tells me, this feels so awkward. But when you actually repeat them and do it with repetition, it actually is a beautiful one to stretch all your lower back. So I know with chronic lower back pain, it's beautiful for this one to do, okay? So I'm going to take a nice long inhale, lengthening up my body. Then I'm going to take my left shoulder down towards my right knee. So I'm crossing over. And as I'm doing this, my hands, I'm supporting my legs because I don't want my legs to come in. I want my legs to stay in one position. I want my legs to be the pot. And I want them to stay like a nice big iron pot to stay in this position. So as I dip my shoulder down, I'm nearly gently pushing this leg away. And I can feel a beautiful long stretch in my lower back. And I'm resting my right arm on my right leg as I'm doing this. Then I'm going to bring my body forward, like I'm dipping it forward. And as I do, I'm going to take my right hand against my right leg. And as I gently push that leg away, I can now feel as my right shoulder is dipping towards my left knee. I can feel a beautiful stretch now in my right lower back and hip area. I'm going to bring my body as if I'm bringing it up, but like in cat position, I'm arching my back. So my back is arched in front. So I'm arching my back now. And as my back is arched, I'm going to now dip down again my left shoulder to my right knee. So I'm just doing this really slowly so you can see. And then I'm going to circle through the center. Now my right shoulder is towards my left knee. Now I'm going to round my back as I come up, rounding my back, and now dipping down again. So if we get a little motion as we circle through our body, keeping our hands on our legs to push our legs slightly away, and start to do a little stir in our body. You'll feel your lower back, and be really mindful on your lower back as you do this, because it is all just to start moving your lower back and circling into the inner part of your organs, in through your spine. There's a lot of work going on in this gentle, slow movement. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale as you do this. Keeping your hands in the insides of your legs almost to try and push them away, keeping the legs apart so that you can really move through the center. Now, on this last round, we're going to come up and we're going to go to the opposite side. So now we're going to dip our right shoulder down to our left leg. And now we're going to come through center in the opposite direction and keep pushing that leg away. Now, we don't want to push it and, like pull the leg away from us altogether, but it's just to have a little bit of tauntness in it. So dipping through as we come down towards the center, coming all the way back, rounding the back as we do this. And now dip down 1 or 2 more times just to even up the back. And this, you can see why it's called stir the pot. And one last round, right shoulder to left knee, coming through center, coming all the way back up the right side and back to a neutral position in center. So that's a lovely, lovely one. It warms all the way your core center. It actually massages your internal organs and it actually works in the lower back. And it's a lovely one to work your lower back. So with the sun salutations, just do what you can. I do like a full workout in this one, but just do what you can. If at any stage you feel you just want to sit and relax and watch, that still is good. It's just to watch what's going on and take a few breaths if you just want to sit and relax. Otherwise, if you want to move and breathe and flow, we'll do it all together. So sitting in your chair, let's get a bit of space into our hips by moving the flesh out over to one side, take the flesh out. This becomes habitual after a while. I do it every day when I sit down to have my meals. We're all there in the kitchen, we're like doing one side and doing the other side, and it does become a little habit. Healthy habits are always good to have. Take the 2 feet flat on the floor and knees are above the ankles. Sitting nice and tall and have yourself scooted a little bit away from the back of the chair so your back can move freely. And let's begin. Inhale, lengthen all the way up through our body. Exhale down. Inhale, lengthen all high to the sky. We're going to come into cactus arms. So from cactus arms, spread the hands out and take the elbows out to the side. And as you can see, I keep my elbows up towards my shoulders. If you have anything going on with the shoulders, you want to take them down lower, then that's okay too. But this is a lovely one to take the muscles onto your back. Take a nice inhale here, keeping the elbows out nice and wide as we look over our right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center, taking the elbows into the sides of your body as we make a little tray. So you can put a nice little cake and a cup of tea on the tray today. Now taking the hands onto the lap. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Keeping the chin and chest ready to come up into cobra. So lifting the chin and lifting the chest. And if it's okay for you to do this, go full forward fold. Pressing our feet into the ground. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. Arms out to the sides, hands touching. Exhale, arms all the way down towards the chair. Inhale, lengthen as we get ready to our cactus arms. So remember with the cactus arms, we spread the fingers out to keep the arms alive and elbows go out to either side. Nice and even if we can. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look all the way over your right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, look all the way over your left shoulder. Keeping the arms as even as we can. Taking the elbows into the sides of our bodies, we're going to make the tray. And this time with the tray, we're going to give you a nice wide tray. So keep the elbows into the sides of the body. We'll take a nice wider tray and notice the muscles on your back coming onto your back a little bit better. Inhale back to center, hands onto your lap, lengthen up and exhale, forward fold. Bringing the elbows into the sides of the body as we inhale, lift the chin and lift the chest for baby cobra. This is a little baby arch. It's only a little baby arch. We don't want to bring our heads all the way back. And exhale, full forward fold. Keeping the head and eyes up above the heart if you have anything going on with the heart center. Taking the hands up high to the sky as we inhale, lengthen up through the sky. And exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. And get ready for our cactus arms. Elbows come to the side. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, look all the way over towards our right. Inhale back to center. Exhaling to the left. Inhale back to center. Bringing the elbows into the sides of the body. We're going to make our lovely tray. We're going to do a nice wide tray. So elbows tuck in. Hands go out. Really notice the shoulders move on to the back of the body. Feel the breath as you can breathe easier. Back to center. Hands go onto our laps. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Taking the elbows into the sides of the body as we inhale. Lift the chin and chest, bringing the shoulders back for a little mini cobra back bend and full forward fold. Feel a nice spread on the back as we do this. Taking our left hand into the center of the floor, we're going to take our right hand and bring it all the way up the side of our body, looking at what we do for a little baby twist. And exhale down. Taking the right hand onto the floor, come up onto high fingers if that's good for you, and take the left hand all the way out the side of the body, up towards the ceiling, or just keep it at shoulder length if that's okay. And hand comes down. Inhale, lengthen, come in, all the pressing into the ground as we do. Inhale, lengthen high to the sky. Exhale down. Involving our legs now, we're going to bring one knee up, stretching that leg all the way out. Bring the left leg back and down. Right knee comes all the way up and stretches all the way out until you feel that quad muscle working, coming all the way back in and down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale down. Get ready for our cactus arms. Inhale, lengthen. Cactus arms. Looking all the way over our right shoulder. And back to center. All the way over our left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Bringing our elbows into the sides of our body to make our tray. Lengthening all the way up and down. Lovely wide tray, so wide in the tray. Inhale, back to center. Hands down. And exhale, forward fold. Taking our elbows into the sides of our body. Inhale, lifting the chin and chest. Exhale, full forward fold. Taking our right hand into the middle of our legs. And taking the left hand and scoop the left hand to the side of our body. And only go as far as you can. Looking at your hand as it's scooped up. Exhale all the way down. Taking the right hand to the floor and left hand, scoop that left hand all the way up. Only go as far as that's comfortable for you. And bring that both hands down. Inhale, pressing our four corners of the feet into the floor as we lengthen all the way up high to the sky. And exhale down. Taking our left leg all the way up. Stretch it all the way out. And we're going to stay here for a point and a flex. And a point and a flex. Putting your hand on your quad muscles as you're doing this. Point and flex. Notice the muscles as they work and relax that leg down. Now we're going to do the same with the right leg. Lift that right leg all the way up. Stretching through the heel. Put your hand onto the quad muscle and point and flex. Just feel the muscles engage. Notice your quad muscle as you're doing this. Pointing and flexing. One more point and flex. And relax that leg down. Super. So we're going to do circle of joy. When we do circle of joy, we inhale, we lengthen all the way up, hands touch high to the sky. We bring our hands down into a prayer position. For this, I'm going to come a little closer so you can see. So I like to interlace my fingers, but if anybody has any difficulty in the wrists or along the back of the forearm, we are going to stretch our hands out like this. Now, if this is too much on your fingers or wrists, you can just bring it into prayer this way. You don't have to interlace, and you can just bring your hands and stretch it forward this way, okay? So there's two options there. And like in cat-cow, the way we bring our spine towards the back of the chair and bring our belly buttons toward the front of the chair, we're going to do that motion with this little pose. So this is called circle of joy. So interlacing the fingers if that's good for you to do so. Exhale, we're going to send our hands away as we roll our shoulders forward and tuck our belly buttons towards the back of the chair. We're going to inhale, bring our bellies up, bring our shoulders up, looking up high to the sky if that's okay for you to do so, and spread our wings out, spreading our arms all the way out. Inhaling, coming back into center, interlacing our fingers, and exhale, rounding the back, stretch those arms away from you. Inhale all the way up, lengthening high to the sky, stretch those arms away from you, and inhale back to center. And exhale, interlace the fingers as we round the back one more time, stretching our shoulders. Inhale, lengthen high to the sky. Exhale, spread your beautiful wings and relax those shoulders down. Taking up our left knee and give that left knee a nice juicy hug, keeping the spine long. We don't want to crouch over. We want to lengthen up and relax the shoulders down our backs. Maybe circle our ankles while we're doing this. One direction 3 times and maybe the other direction 3 times. Just loosening up all our lovely joints. Relax that leg back down, taking a hold of the right leg. Give this leg a lovely big juicy hug. Say to your knee, I love you. Circle that little ankle around and circle it the opposite direction. So now we're going to come into what I was saying with our shoulders. I love to do what I call cactus arms. So when I inhale, I lengthen my arms all the way up high to the sky, okay? And then I take my elbows and I bring my elbows down towards shoulder height. Whilst I do this, I'm just going to come forward a little bit more. Whilst I do this, I fan my hands out. So when my hands are just like this, they're not really activated. So the muscle energy is not actually working. However, when we squeeze our hands or stretch them out as far as we can, we activate all the muscles in our fingers, our palms, the back of our hands, all the way down to our arms. We nearly kind of get the bicep going when we do that as well. And it also is really good for arthritis or any stiffness in our little hands, okay? So that's what we want to look for. We want to look for activation in our hands, all right? So we'll practice that one together because this is a 2-part pose I'm going to do. So we're going to inhale, lengthen all the way up, palms touch. We put our palms facing towards the cameras. And then as we bend the elbows, keeping the elbows bent, but both our hands are at a 90-degree angle. So when we look over, we can see that our elbows are in line with our shoulders, okay? And now we can relax our arms down. And I'm going to do a second part. So there's a 2-part into this. In our feet, there's an awful lot of connections with organs and nerve endings and with our fascia in our body. We want to basically activate and say, wake up and keep alive. And this is what I call the stomp, all right? So everyone, if it's okay for you to do so, and I did invite you to take your shoes off. If your shoes are off, fantastic. If they're not, it's okay. And when we're doing this, only go with what's good for you. If you have any pains in your legs for whatever reason today, just go nice and gently. And I'll talk you through it anyway. So left leg, we're going to take our fingers and we're going to hold the base of our left leg. So we're going to wrap our hands around our hamstring. We're going to help our leg to lift up. And then we're just going to drop it. Okay? We're going to take our right leg, lift it up and drop. So you can feel like a little pounding, okay? It's like a little pump, like a pump. So let's continue with that. Left leg up and drop. Right leg up and drop. Only about 4 inches. Left leg up, drop. Right leg, drop. Left leg up, drop. Right leg up, drop. Left leg up, drop. Right leg up, drop. Left leg up, drop. Right leg up, drop. Okay. What happens with that? It sends little messages through the nerve endings all the way up to the body and goes all the way up to the central nervous system, which is the connection from the brain and the spine. And it really ignites and sparks something inside you. So we're going to do the cactus arms and stomp together. Inhale and lengthen high to the sky with your palms. Fan those hands out, so spreading the fingers wild. Elbows come down to either side. And now, bring the belly button to the back of the spine to hold your core together, so make it nice and strong. We're going to lift our left leg up and drop. Right leg up and drop. Left leg and drop. Right leg and drop. Left leg, drop. Right leg, drop. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Left. A little faster now. Left, right, left, right, left, right, and relax. So if you find a little space in the time of day, a little something like that is a lovely thing, and it just basically switches everything back on and starts knitting everything, fusing everything together for you. The crossover reach. Okay, we all get good to go? Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, lean all the way over. And just as we do, we just go nice and slow so you can feel the stretch in our lower back. Exhale, take the hand and bring it all the way back, looking over your left shoulder as you do. Inhale, coming all the way over, crossing over the body, stretching through the hips. And exhale all the way back, looking over your shoulder as you do so. Inhale, bring the arm all the way up and over, stretching that arm as wide as you can. And exhale all the way back. And one more time, inhaling like a big claw coming all the way over. And exhale all the way back. Relaxing that arm down, coming back to neutral. Inhale, lengthen all the way up. I'm going to take our right arm this time and stretch it all the way up and over, up to lengthen the spine, and then stretch the lower back. Exhale all the way, take the arm back, look over the shoulder, take the shoulder back as we do so. Inhale, and stretch the arm all the way up and over as we do. And exhale all the way back. Lengthening all the way up through the body as we do. Stretch, and just feel that lovely stretch in the back as we do so. And take it all the way back. That's brilliant, everybody. Inhale all the way up. Exhale as we lean forward. And exhale all the way back. And relax that arm back into neutral position. Okay. So we've come to the segment where we're going to do our sun salutations. We've opened up everything in our body from our arms, our neck, our chest, our spine. We've loosened up inside and out. So we just want to now just work a little bit. So take a big smile on our faces and with an open heart, sitting tall, inhale and lengthen all the way up. Exhale down. We're going to come into a twist on the next one. So we're going to inhale all the way up, and I'm going to, from the core, I'm going to look around to the right as I move both arms, separating the hands, putting my left hand out to the front and my right out to the back. It's like a little mini twist. I'm going to inhale, I'm going to lengthen two arms back up. I'm going to take my right hand out to the front as I take my left out to the back and go out the back. So we're looking at the back the whole time. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down. Okay, so it's a little mini twist. Holding on to one side of the chair, we're going to inhale. We're going to lift our left arm up to the side and over for side mountain. And exhale back. And now we're going to hold on to the left and lift our right arm all the way up and stretch the side of this, the right side of the body. And exhale down. Taking both hands onto our lap. Inhale, lengthen, hinging from the hips. We're going to lean forward for a forward fold. Keeping the head up, we're going to squeeze the elbows into the sides of our body. And we're going to lift our chin and chest for baby cobra. And then we're going to exhale, we're going to do a full forward fold. So if anyone has anything going on with any with the heart or the head or glaucoma of the eyes or vertigo, they don't have to go all the way down. They can keep their head up. Or if you prefer, you want to go all the way down and release the lower back, you can release yourself all the way down. Otherwise, keep the head up above the heart. Pressing in with the instep of the feet, coming all the way up. And exhale down. So that's just round one. Inhale, lengthen all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Arm wave, inhale all the way up. And as we exhale, we're going to take the left hand to the front of the room, nice wide arms, and the right arm to the back. Inhale back up to neutral. And exhale, spreading the arms out nice and wide, looking behind you. Inhale all the way back up again. Arms all the way down, holding on to the right side as the left arm comes all the way up and over for side mountain. Pushing your hip into the chair. Exhale down. Right arm comes all the way up. Side mountain and all the way down. Hands onto our laps as we inhale, lengthen, forward fold, keeping the head up. As we squeeze the elbows and squeeze the shoulders back, we're going to lift the chin and lift the chest for cobra pose. Exhale, full forward fold, or if you wish to keep your head up, we can keep our heads up as well. Pressing in with the instep of your feet, pressing all the way up, hands up high to the sky and exhale down. So now we know what we're doing. We're going to inhale, lengthen nice and tall. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, lengthen the arms, high to the sky. As we exhale, we're going to bring our left hand to the front, right hand out to the back. Inhale, lengthening back up, hands touching. Exhale, twisting all the way over towards our left. Inhale all the way back up and exhale down. Holding on to the right side of the chair as the left arm comes all the way up and over to side mountain and exhale down. Opposite side, right arm comes all the way up and over and exhale down. Hands onto our lap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward, fold halfway. Squeezing the elbows into the side of the rib area. We're going to lift the chin and chest for baby cobra. Little baby arch in the back there. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing into the arch of the foot, bringing ourselves all the way up. We're going to take the legs into it this time. So as we exhale down, I like to move myself to the front of the chair a little bit, not too far. We don't want anyone falling off their chairs, but I like to extend my heel and out, stretching the left leg all the way out. We'll bring the toes back to meet the nose and taking my two hands to my right bent leg. As I inhale and lengthen, I'm going to exhale and forward fold over my left leg. Now do this nice and easy and gentle because you'll get a lovely, beautiful stretch down your glute muscles, your lower back, into the hamstrings and down your calf muscle. Inhale, coming all the way up, swapping over legs, exhale down. When you feel that lovely stretch, that is like medicine. Inhale, lengthen, and we'll repeat that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, down. Inhale, lengthen, get ready for our upper body twist. Left arm to the front, right arm back, look over toward the right arm. Inhale, lengthen, nice and tall as we exhale to the opposite side, spreading the arms out away from each other. Inhale, lengthen all the way back up and exhale down. Taking a hold of the right side of the chair as the left arm comes all the way up and over for side mountain. Maybe looking up at the ceiling as we do. Arms down and swapping over to the opposite side. Right arm comes all the way up and over. We're ever so graceful when we do this, aren't we? Beautiful. And arms down. Taking both hands onto our lap. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the belly onto our laps. Taking a hold of our elbows to the sides of our body. We're going to take an inhale. Coming into baby arch for the baby cobra. Lifting the chin and chest. Exhale all the way down. Or if you want to keep your head up, keep your head up. Pressing in with the four corners of your feet. We're going to come all the way up. Nice big inhale and exhale down. Taking our left heel, stretching it all the way out and holding on to our right quad muscle. Lengthen all the way through our spine and exhale, forward fold. Get a beautiful sensation going all the way down the back of our legs. And inhale all the way up. Swapping over legs, stretching that lovely right leg all the way out. And inhaling, forward fold over the right leg, supporting yourself with your hands, holding onto the left leg as we do so. And inhale all the way up. And relax. So that's our sun salutations, and they're lovely little patterns to follow, just to break into the whole body and get the breath and movement working together.